Hello everyone, my name is Ryan, and in today's presentation I want to talk about sustainability and health regarding to the Metro Mall, which is the main idea of this report. Now let's take a look at today's agenda. First, I will take you through a bit of background information. Second, I will explain what is a green space. Third, how can green spaces benefit from different perspectives. And next, why the changes have to be made. Following is the limitations and challenges and my recommendations. Well, let's talk about Metro Mall or Metropolis. The mall has been in operation for over 30 years with a little change. The current consumer climate needs to be addressed. Many consumers and once frequent mall shoppers have now turned into online shopping. In order to remain relevant within the community, Metro Mall needs to become more than just a shopping facility, without taking on the cost of a complete redevelopment project. Green spaces to replace current above-ground parking lots can help with the transformation. And many studies have demonstrated the advantages of incorporating green spaces into urban city centers. You will find that the overall benefits to the environment will contribute to a better quality of life. Metropolis and Metrotown is BC's largest shopping mall with 1.7 million square feet. In 2017, Metropolis was the second most visited mall in Canada, with nearly 28 million visitors. The mall takes up very large percentage of the neighborhood and offers very little green spaces, as we can see from the figure. Without vegetation and landscaping, negative environmental effects will result in poor quality of life in the future. So what is green space? Green spaces are areas within the urban environment that has vegetation intended for recreational purposes. These spaces improve the environment, and studies have shown green spaces have positive mental and physical health effects on individual well-being. The population of Burnaby is predicted to grow rapidly, with the largest population centered around Metrotown. With incoming population increases, this will lead to a greater pollution for more car emissions, construction, and daily living activities. Trees and green spaces have the ability to regulate air quality by absorbing pollutants, increasing humidity, store rainfall, filter runoff, and provide shade. The presence of green spaces also provide habitats for increase in biodiversity, and that will help to create a richer environment. Research shows plants and natural settings can help reduce long-term effects of stress, promoting relaxation, as we can see from the figure. The long-term effects of green spaces can have generational effects. Continuous exposure to plants will help create positive emotions, promotes the strengthening of interpersonal relationships. The nature of malls in 21st century has changed. The market is well saturated, and many customers have turned it into online shopping. Metropolis at Metrotown is now reaching its 35th year of operation, and it needs a renovation to be seen as a location that can fulfill more than just material needs. Many shopping malls in Metro Vancouver area have already taken steps to redevelop the entire site with a focus on cultural and social relation and environmental sustainability. For example, Oak Ridge Center, the new 1 million square foot shopping center, will be inclusive of community elements, such as a 9-acre park, and undoubtedly, without adding new green space to the Metropolis property, the mall will not be able to stand up to the competition. Initial costs of creating new green spaces around Metropolis will be offset by long-term environmental, health, and social benefits. There would be no loss of potential profit because the parking lots on site are not paid parking right now. Instead, the costs associated with creating new green space can be seen as an investment of corporate social responsibility. Urban green space initiatives create additional expense and will require long-term maintenance, as well as who will be responsible for the ongoing costs and care of new green spaces. In order to overcome this challenge, a volunteer program within the community will allow willing members of the neighborhood to assist with, taking care of the new green space. This will allow for a greater sense of belonging within the community as individuals become more active participants. Metropolis at Metrotown has been a feature of Burnaby's city center for more than 30 years. It is time for the area to become more than just a shopping mall. Instead of changing consumer habits and expectations, this report recommends an update to Metropolis include new public green space. Green space will be a great replacement for the concrete parking lots and the health of the community. For the developer, it will give the company a competitive edge against the redevelopment of Oak Ridge Center and improve their public image. To move forward with this project, next steps will include first, initiate a public survey to ask residents what they are expecting from new green spaces. And second, begin the permit application process for rezoning parts of the Metrotown area. And next, consult with a local professional landscape architect for design concept. The design should reflect local community characteristic using native plants or materials. And the last, hold a public forum to gain insight and opinions from community members. As the project matures, it is important for the project to obtain continuous feedback from the community. The new Metropolis at Metrotown Green Space Initiative will likely be a very welcome project within the community. Over time, it will result in a better environment and health, and allowing developers to be socially responsible company. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening.